Okay, let's get started. My name is Alexis McLaughlin at Simba. I'm the communications lead over here. And today we're going to go for our business bites. We're going to talk about Live Local and how to make the most of your Live Local INW listing. And so we're going to go through, talk about what Live Local is, and then we're going to go through and really deep dive into each one of the different things that we offer on Live Local. So I'm going to go to the back end and actually show you how to go on there. So first of all, oops, what is Live Local? Live Local INW is it was created by Spokane Independent Metro Business Alliance, aka Simba. It just sounds a lot easier. It's an online directory and marketplace for independent, locally owned businesses and nonprofits in Eastern Washington. So it's totally free if you are local, independent, and located in Eastern Washington. The only thing that you have to do is subscribe to our newsletter, and that is it. So those are the three things that make you qualified to join Live Local. Live Local has been around for a while, since mainly came on around the pandemic. People were wanting to support small businesses because they were getting so impacted by the pandemic. And that way they were able to go on, find local businesses to support. And it's kind of just grown since then. It's managed and operated by Simba. Simba is a nonprofit. We help small businesses with resources, and this is one of those resources. So, what's great about Live Local is it actually just hit 20 over 20,000 visitors last month. So it gets a lot of people on there looking for local businesses, and it's for people who want to find local businesses to support. And it also has a really good built-in SEO in the back end. So for most people who don't have a bunch of, who are just starting out, don't have a bunch of backlinks, a bunch of sites, websites, this is usually where like the second, third result for on Google, because our SEO is that good. So, how to make the most of it and how to use it to make it so that you're actually getting attention on there, you're getting viewers, and everything like that. First of all, let's see what it can do. So, you can list your business and organization on there. You can have your name, your location, and any other information on there. We also have products where you can showcase your products. You can showcase also services. So, not just products, but also services. And it will take you to a link that will go back to your website. You can also list deals, special deals on there for just that are maybe just exclusive to Live Local customers, or just deals that you have usually used in the past. You can add those on there. And then also, this is a relatively new, it's been about like a year, year and a half. You can actually add events on there. So you can have workshops, sales, promotions, just community gatherings, stuff like that. On here is the first thing is the directory. So the directory, you can list your business or nonprofit name, your phone, email, website, social media. You can also link your Instagram, your Facebook. You can also on there, you can add your business demographics, you can add your locations, you can add your the neighborhood you're in, you can add the industry that you're in. So on here, I'm going to exit out, and I'm going to, in between each one of these, I'm going to exit out and show you on each side. On here, today, this morning, I made an Opal Cafe. It is a fake business, but hopefully one day it will become a real one, you know. Opal Cafe is a cafe, imaginary. But on here is where you can go on your business info. So I'm logged in on the back end, and you go to business info. This is where you get your directory listing. So on there, you'll want to have a short description, your title, a longer description where you can fit a little bit more in there. And these were all just optional, but you can add, you want to have your email, your website, your Facebook, your Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and then most importantly, the address. And then you also want to make sure you have like quite a bit of photos. You can upload three, but some people like I would use all three if possible. You want to start with your logo because this is what's going to be on your listing page when people are searching, and that's my little cat Opal. And then you want to do your area. So right now, Spokane probably has like the most sub areas, and so I picked Liberty Lake. Um, but you can also go to Palouse, Central Washington, and Northeast Washington. If you are someone who serves a lot of different ones, like I usually put other, meaning that you can go kind of all over the place. Um, but usually this one is just for people who are have like an actual physical location. And then you want to do your categories. For this one, I did restaurants, and then it'll have a subcategory, which I did bakery and cafe. So each one of these has different subcategories you can select from. If you don't see something, let us know. We are sort of able to like customize this. So if there's like something that you think is missing, like we always encourage people to just give us a heads up. So we're going to do bakery and then types. So this is where your business demographics come in. So if you are a BIPOC owned, immigrant owned, LGBTQ owned, Native owned, nonprofit, women owned, this is where you can kind of go in. And people who are shopping on there or looking for local businesses, they can go in and filter it depending on what they're trying to support. If you have any affiliations, for me, I picked a Simba member. So if you are a Simba member, you do get priority listing. And to learn more about Simba membership, we can always let me know. I would love you to reach out to me. It's members@SpokaneIndependent.org. There's also options for Garland Neighborhood District and North Monroe. And always, always save your changes. So up here is basically this is all of your description and your listing. So let's go back. Next is products. This is where you can list all your different products. This also does, again, like I said, it does not just have to be products, it can be services. One thing I would always make sure you are always refreshing your listings and your products because this is where people are going to be looking at the most. And you want to make sure it's going back to your website and to wherever you are doing your e-commerce. So let's say you're doing your own website, you want to go back there. If you're doing an Etsy, you want it to go to Betsy, stuff like that. How to control your products is again right here next to it's under my products. Looks like I put one in a t-shirt. We're gonna look at this little t-shirt. This is what it looks like. So in here, I did a quick little description of the t-shirt for Opal Cafe. Oops, I should have done this one. So quick little description, the price, and then visit store. On here, it would direct you to the store. On here, I just had it go back to Live Local. But also there is an option where people can contact you and message you if you do not have a website or e-commerce setup. That's totally fine. So yeah, this is where all the products lay, and this is where everything is. I'm gonna go back. To add a product, it's super simple. You just do add product. You go product name, anything with a little asterisk star. That's something you want to make sure you always have filled out. It will not let you save unless you have those things filled out. Short description, longer description, and then this is the category. So when people are shopping, they'll be shopping for these sorts of categories. This is where yours will be listed. And always be sure to have a good photo of the product. And then where to buy, this is important. You want to link it back to your website or wherever you're doing your e-commerce at. And then make sure you have a place where people can email you if you don't have that e-commerce set up quite yet. And a phone number, and then anything else that you want to add, like search terms, like t-shirts, cafe, stuff like that, those would come up and would be so whenever people are searching on Google, that is how it pulls those search terms. So yeah, that is how you add a product. Let's go back. And then next we have deals. So deals can be kind of exclusive towards the Live Local consumers, or you can just if you have a special deal that you always give out, that can also be good. One option that would be like, hey, at checkout you get 10% off if you use discount code Live Local INW. You just want to make sure that is set up through your e-commerce website. Or if it's just simply, hey, let us know how you found us. you'll get $100 off your service or something like that. So this you want to make sure is kind of engaging, and it's like it's going to attract new customers and direct people to your online store. How to do a deal is you go back. Oops. Oh, there we go. Back here, and you want to go to my deals. And so I already have a deal in here, and this is what it looks like. So I had a Live Local 10. That's your discount code, and you get $10 off your next purchase at Opal Cafe. And I have it where it ends at a certain time. If you only want it to be pretty limited, then you want to make sure you put in that time. And then you also have a quick description. And how to add those deals are you go into here and you want to have a deal name. You want it to be kind of eye-catching so that people are clicking on it. A short description of the deal, a longer description if needed. And then this is where you would want to do your expiration date. You can have it go out a year, 2 years, whatever. But you do want to have one. If not, you can just leave it blank if you just don't want to have an expiration date. You want to upload a photo. I usually tell people to do like a graphic with the title. So your logo and like what it's offering, because again, that is eye capturing and that is where people are going to focus on. And then you want people to get the deal at your store, which would be your website. So then you want to go onto the website, direct people to there. And then you can also add again additional searches. And that way people can find you whenever they're searching different products and deals. Okay, so let's go back. Your next is the events. So you are able to add events, anything from workshops, sales, community events, anything like that. You can add that on there. It's a little different from how you do deals and products. Your event does have to be approved by Live Local. And so we just go on there and we check and make sure it's approved and it's a local and it's in Eastern Washington. So to go on to your add event, this is where you'd want to go. Add event, and then you go to your date of your event, your time of your event. So I put one in for Opal's Cafe. I do the event title, Opal Cafe, and then a longer description, a short description, and then a longer description in here. The location. So I had a fake little location. So 123 North October Lane. As you can tell, these are all my cats' names. And then for event location, this is a URL that will direct them to either like a Google Map URL or a Zoom meeting if it's hybrid or it's on virtual. So on here, you want to go onto Google and you go to Google Maps, and there's a spot where you can click your I want to say it's like your destination or your address URL, and that is where this would go. You do not need to put that in if you don't want to. It's just kind of an extra step. So when people are going and searching, they can just click and see where you're located. On here, you can also just put in like Opal Cafe and then have people go directly to that link, the address link, or you can also have virtual. So like if you're doing a virtual workshop, you can do virtual on here. And then you want to upload your photo and pull from all of your options. And I usually tell people to do a like banner option, so a horizontal option, and then add it onto there. And you want it to be the events graphic that you're using for that event. And then submit event, and then 1 to 2 business days we'll get that event up there and live onto the Live Local website. And then from here, this is what it looks like. So this is my event, Opal Cafe's anniversary celebration on my birthday. And so this is what it'll look like when you're searching. And this, you have a little description, you have the time, the location, and then this is where you also can find events. If you go up to the top, events, this is how you search for them. You can just go by dates, anything that has a little check up here, that is where there's a date on. So I just searched October 4th, view event, and that's Opal's Cafe anniversary celebration. It is not real. Please do not show up to this fake address. Okay, so yeah, that is how you do the events. And again, it takes 1 to 2 business days to get that approved and up there, and then people can go on there and find you. So our next thing, another thing I'm always telling people, oops, looks like I'm out of, there we go. One thing I'm always telling people, if you do have events, if you do have promotions, if you want to promote like a certain thing, you want to promote your business, your nonprofit, tag us at Live Local, either on Facebook or Instagram. And we will always, if you're listed and you're a Live Local business or nonprofit, we love to share those and promote your business. So we always tell people just go on there and just tag us, and we will be sure to list it on our stories or we'll repost it, stuff like that. Also, if you're not on Live Local yet, we have, you just scroll to the very bottom. It is business sign up, and that is where you can get on there and get your business ready and approved. It takes 1 to 2 business days to get your business approved. We just check if you're independent, you're local, and you're in Eastern Washington, and then you will be approved within 1 to 2 business days. If you ever have any questions regarding Live Local, it's always great to just contact us, reach out to us. It's info@SpokaneIndependent.org. Simba also offers a bunch of other resources and services, and we do a bunch of events that are geared towards small businesses and nonprofits as well. And so it's a great way to just go on there, go check out our website. It's SpokaneIndependent.org, and you can see what Simba's doing and what we are offering as well. So I will also leave some time for any questions that we might have on Live Local or anything else regarding Simba, what we do. If we don't have any questions, I will give us some of our time back. We'll end a little early today. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to end the recording and I'll stay on just a little bit in case anyone wants any questions that are not recorded for our, and you'll be able to find this YouTube on our YouTube at Simba. It's just Simba on YouTube, and you can find all of our past recordings and some other workshops and informational videos on there. Also, we do a Simba Business Bite. We do it on the second Monday of each month. We do it on different topics that are geared towards small businesses and helping them out. And it's always just 30 minutes, quick, easy during lunch, where you can take a little break and hang out with us. Okay, I'm going to stop recording.